so we want to learn quadratic equation, how to factorize quadratic equation. Alright, that's the first thing before we are able to understand how to solve quadratic equation. Actually, if you can factorize quadratic equation, then you can be able to solve it. Are you getting me now? So we want to factorize it. Alright, so I have a question. Alright, the question is 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 equal to 0. Now, this is what we call quadratic trinomial. Quadratic trinomial in the sense that it has 3 terms. The first term, second term, and the third term. Alright, it has 3 terms. So, how do you factorize quadratic trinomial? Take note. I'm going to take it slowly so that you can understand. So, in a more fundamental level, alright, to factorize this, you need to get what we call product. Alright? The product is multiplying the first term and the last term. So the first term here is what? 2x squared multiplied by the last term, which is minus 3. Alright? Minus 3. Can you see that? So minus 3. Okay? Now, this will give us what? 2 times 3. That's what? 6. Plus, there's an invisible plus here. Okay? This plus times minus, that's minus. Then of course you have your x squared. So the answer is minus 6x squared. Is that okay? Now, then we have what we call our sum. Now the sum is the middle term. We have used this to show the middle term is our sum. And the sum is what? The sum is minus 5x. Okay? So these are the two numbers we need, our product and our sum. The product is minus 6x squared and the sum is minus 5x. So what are you doing with these two numbers? Now, these two numbers, you are going to use them to factorize. Let's go to the product. Look for two numbers that when you multiply, it will give you product. So let's go. The product is minus 6. So what are the two numbers that will give us minus 6? We have 2 times 3, just like we have here. 2 times 3, then you put minus there or there. Now, why do you need to put minus? So that I have minus 6, okay? If I put minus here, I'll have minus 6. Minus 2 times 3, I'll have minus 6. If I put minus on this other side, minus 2 times minus 3, I'll also have minus 6. Can you see that? Alright? Now, let's look for another number. We have 6 times 1. Now 6 times 1 will give me 6. So I need to put minus somewhere. If I put minus here, I will have minus 6. Then 6 times minus 1, likewise, will give me what? Minus 6. Can you see? These are the terms. When you are solving this, you can have more of them. Alright? But with this first example, by the time you understand what I'm doing, then you can now minimize. Alright, you just go straight to the point. But I'm showing you what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is called trial and error. It's called what? Trial and error. So I'm trying to know the numbers I need that will be able to satisfy what I'm looking for. So now, can you see my product? I have minus 6, minus 6, minus 6, all through. Okay? Now, out of this product, which of them, when you add them together, will give you this our sum. Remember our sum? Minus 5s. Or let's just leave minus 5 first. Let's leave the variable first. So minus 5. Out of these numbers I have here, which of them will I add and I'll get minus 5? You know that minus 2 plus 3 cannot give me minus 5, right? Minus 2 plus 3 will give me 1. Can you see? Now 2 minus 3 will give me minus 1. Can you see that? Now, minus 6 plus 1 will give me minus 5. Minus 6 plus 1 will give me minus 5. Now, 6 minus 1 will give me what? 5. 6 minus 1 will give me 5. So, which of them do I need? I need this one. This is the one I need here. Okay? This is the one I need here. Out of all these numbers I have outlined, I need this one. So, this is the one I'm going to use to factorize this equation. So now, these two numbers, bring them out. Remember something. What we have here is s squared. So if I put s here, and I put s here, ys, alright, ys is the same thing as x. So there's 1 there, alright. So 6s times 6s times s, that will give you what? That will give you 6s squared. Can you see that? So what we are dealing with is not just 6 minus 6 and 1. We are dealing with what? Minus 6s and 1. You see how I get there? Alright? When you get your number, then you can now put your variable. You can see how I put my variable there now. Right? So my variables are minus 6x and plus s. This plus s is plus 1. Remember, we have 1 there, so it's plus 1. You understand me now? So now, this term that we have now, they are replacing the sum in this equation. Both of these terms are replacing this one in this equation. Okay? Both of them will replace this one. So I now put the other two, which is what? 2s squared and minus 3. So I have 2s squared here, then I have minus 3. So both of them are replacing this one at the middle. I hope you understand that. So now, after I've done that, what next? I will now factorize these two. What is common between these numbers? You can see I have 2 here and 2 is inside 6. Okay, so 2 is common. Then I have s here, I have s squared here, I have s. So s is common. Okay, bring down what is common there. Now, what is common between this number? Here is 1. I have 1 here, here is 3. So there's nothing common in the number, just 1. Both of them are 1. 1 can go in 3 and 1 can go in 1. So I just put 1 here. Anytime, take note, anytime there's nothing common, just like you see here, then you just put 1. Now look at, we have s here, but we don't have s here. So we are not using the variable. So this is what is common between two of them. Are you seeing it now? So now, after you have gotten what is common between these two, then you go like this. That thing that is common, bring it out. Alright, look at it, 2s. 2s, then open the bracket. And I'll say 2s squared divided by 2s. See, I've brought it out. So this 2s, I've brought it out here. So now, 2s squared divided by 2s. So if I do that here, 2s squared divided by 2s. Where is this 2s squared coming from? This one here. Where is this 2s coming from? The one that is common. So you are dividing this number and this number by the one that is common, which is 2s. So 2s squared divided by 2s. 2 cancel 2. S here 1, S here is remaining S, okay? So remember I'm opening the bracket, so I have X is common, S is the answer. So 2s squared divided by 2s, I have S. Now I also divide this one by this thing that is common. Minus 6s divided by 2s. So let's go. I come back here and say minus 6x divided by 2x. What do I have? I still have my minus. You can see minus is here, so put your minus there. Minus is not cancel, put your minus. 6s, 6s will cancel s. 2 here is 3, 2 here is 1. Okay? So you have 3 here. So can you see? You close the bracket. So what you have here is s minus 3. Close the bracket. Then come back to this other side. We have dealt with this one now. We have dealt with this one. Let's come back to this other side. Whatever sign you have here, bring it down. We are going to bring this one out. Minus divided by 12 is minus. less than 1 is 2. And so that you know we write anything here, I will get it. The same way we write anything less than 1 is 2. So we have 2x plus 1. Okay, let me see. Now, discover that this one and this one they are the same now. You have x minus k, x minus k. That is an indication that you are doing the right thing. Okay? So now, I'm taking this one now. This one here, I'm taking out right here. What is 2 minus 4? That's 2x plus 1. Okay? 2x plus 1. Then I will open another bracket and take any of this. Alright, so you know what I have this two. So take one of them. X minus 2. So I'm taking any of them. So this is how to factorize quadratic equation. This is your answer. Can you see that? Alright, so I would like you to try something like this, okay? There are other simple quadratic equations that you can solve. For instance, let me give you one question now. You have n raised by 2 plus 50 equal to 27 n. This one will be a lot easier. Now you can see that first thing is that this quadratic equation is not arranged like this. It's not in the form of the general quadratic equation. What I mean is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. It's not taking this form. This is the best arrangement or the form of a quadratic equation. Nevertheless, you have to arrange it yourself. Alright? So let's arrange it. So what we need is the first one, the one that has the square. The one that has the what? The square. So the one that has the square is n squared. Then the next one, the one that has the variable x, you can see 27n. So n is representing x like this now. So 27n. So if I have to move 27n so that it will come here, this is plus 27n. If I have to move it, then it has to be minus 27n. So this is minus 27n. You understand that? Now, I still have plus 50. So plus 50. So at this other side, there's nothing there, so that is equal to 0. You understand that now? Okay? So this is equal to 0. So this is what I have now. So like I told you before, or like we know, we need our sum, sorry, our product. Our product is this first term times the last term. So n squared times 50. That is what? 50 n squared. Then our sum is the middle one, which is what? Minus 27n. Alright, so we're going to use try and error. We'll try different numbers and see which of them will give us our product and our sum. So what are we doing? We are looking for numbers that when we multiply, we get this product. So what are the numbers that when we multiply, we get 50? We have 2 times 25. 2 times 25 will give us 15. Alright? What are other numbers? We have 10 times 5. 10 times 5 will give us 50. Do we still have any other number? Yes, 50. 50 times 1. 50 times 1 will give us 50, right? Now, all these numbers now, which one are we going to add so that we can get 27? Is there anyone that we can add together that will get 27? So 50 plus 1 cannot give us 27. 10 plus 5 cannot give us 27. So it is 2 plus 25. 2 plus 25 that will give us 27. Alright? So, but we have a problem. The problem we have now is that this is not just 27, it's minus 27. So how do we make sure that these numbers, that when you add them, you still get minus 27? You have to put minus here. This is minus 2, then we have minus 25. Minus 2, then we have minus what? 25. Okay? So if you put minus here, will it still give you 50? Yes, because minus times minus will give me plus. So it will still give me plus 50. You understand that? Plus 50. So my two numbers that will give me, that when I add together will give me minus 57 are minus 2. Now remember, I have the variable n, so you have to put n here, n here. So n times n squared. You understand now? So 2n minus 25n. You remember, 2 is the major factor here. 2, then you put your n, then 25n. Remember, both of them have minus, minus. Are you with me? So now, these are our two factors that we need. Then these two factors, as it were, are replacing the middle term, this middle term here. So bring this one n here, n squared, then this 27 minus 27n will be replaced by this. Remember, they are replacing it not just like that. When you add it together, you still get minus 27. I hope you remember. So they are replacing this one, then we have plus 50. So at the end of the day, what we did is like we splitted this number. We splitted this number in a way that we'll be able to factorize it. So when you add everything together, you still get this number. Alright, this number, this is what we're dealing with now. Remember, we got this number from the original equation. Okay? So now let's continue what we're doing now. So look for two numbers that are common between these two and these two. So what are the numbers that are common here? What is the coefficient here? 1. 1 is the coefficient here. What is the coefficient here? 2. So between 2 and 1, what is common is 1. So that is equal 1 there. Now we still have variable here. Variable n and variable n. N square and n here. So n is common. You understand? Between n square and n is common. And remember 1 is here. I don't need to put the 1 there. Alright, so let's move to the next one now. So we have 25 and 50. You know, 25 can go in 25 and 25 can go in 50. So 25 is common. Alright? So what is common? Bring it out. N, open the bracket. N squared divided by n. You have ordinary n. Alright? Like n squared divided by n will also one n. So you have ordinary n. Now, minus divided by plus. There's a visible plus there. You should know that every number has plus there. You don't put your plus, you don't put your minus. Minus divided by plus, minus, right? Now, 2n divided by n. When n cancels n, it remains 2. We are done with this now. We are done with this. Let's focus on the next one. Now, this sign will come down. Minus. Whatever sign you have there will come down. So 25n divided by 25. So now 25n divided by 25. 25 will cancel 25. So you still have okay, sorry. This 25 that is common, bring it out just like when you bring this one that is common here. So bring this 25 common out, then open your bracket. So 25n divided by 25, so you now have your n. Alright? Now plus divided by minus. Plus divided by minus, you have minus. Alright? Plus divided by minus, you have minus. So 50 divided by 25, you have what? 2. 50 over 25. 25 here, 25, 2. So 2 is the answer. Close the bracket because you are done with this one. So now you can see that this is n minus 2, n minus 2. That is an indication that you are doing the right thing. Okay? So now n, bring these two numbers now, n and minus 25. So n minus 25, both of them in one bracket. Then open another bracket. Don't put anything in between. You just open another bracket and take one of these. Both of them are the same, just take one. So this is the answer, n minus 2. So this is how to factorize. Okay, that's how to factorize. So I'm going to give you work to do.